pearl. In the city of Changzhou, there lived a wealthy man named Li Hua. He owned vast estates but had no son, even though he was in his 50s. He had a daughter named Zhao Hui, who was as beautiful as a flower and precious as a jade. Li Hua and his wife loved her dearly. Tragically, when Zhao Hui was only 14, she fell seriously ill and passed away. Her death left their home empty and desolate. In their grief, Li Hua decided to take a concubine in hopes of having a son to carry on the family line. After more than a year, the concubine gave birth to a son, and they named him Zhu'er. Li Hua cherished him like a precious gem, despite the boy's mental disability and speech impediment. One year, a blind monk arrived in town, claiming to have the ability to divine secrets and influence people's fates. People believed he possessed supernatural powers. The monk demanded 100 strings of coins from Li Hua, but he only offered 10 strings. The monk refused and insisted on the full amount. Li Hua increased it to 30 strings, but the monk was still not satisfied. The monk threatened that unless he received 100 strings of coins, something dire would happen to the family. Li Hua became angry and sent the monk away. Shortly after, Zhu'er suddenly experienced intense pain in his chest and rolled on the bed, seemingly in great distress. Li Hua, fearing for his son's life, hurriedly gathered 80 strings of coins and went to plead with the monk, asking for his help in saving Zhu'er's life. The monk coldly dismissed Li Hua, claiming he had no way to cure the boy. Tragically, Zhu'er passed away, leaving Li Hua heartbroken. Enraged and desperate for justice, Li Hua reported the monk's deceit to the county officials, who arrested and interrogated him. During the investigation, they found incriminating evidence, including 2 wooden figurines, a small coffin, and 5 small flags. The county official was furious and presented the evidence to the monk, who finally confessed to his wrongdoing. As punishment, the monk was beaten to death by the officials. Despite their grief, Li Hua and his wife gradually accepted Zhu'er's death and tried to move on. However, a strange occurrence changed their lives once again. One day, a mysterious child named Zan appeared, claiming to be Zhu'er's older brother from Suzhou. Zan revealed that when he was 6, his parents passed away, and his brother-in-law mistreated him, forcing him to live with his grandmother. One day, while playing outside, he was captured by the wicked monk, who used dark magic to trap him and force him into servitude. Zan explained that due to his wrongful death, he couldn't attain reincarnation and was doomed to wander the netherworld. Zan continued to explain that when he saw Zhu'er in the mortal world, he felt a kinship with him and chose to help him. Zan asked Li Hua to provide him with a small room, a bed, and some cold rice gruel daily. He promised not to cause any trouble and acted like a dutiful son, staying close to Li Hua. One day, Zan revealed his supernatural abilities, indicating that he could communicate with the deceased. He said he had met Zhao Hui in the netherworld, where she married the young master of the Chujian kingdom and lived a luxurious life. Zan conveyed Zhao Hui's message to her family, assuring them she was happy in the afterlife. Amazed and grateful for Zan's presence, Li Hua and his wife treated him as their own son. Zan became highly intelligent and even offered help to those in need, using his spiritual powers to heal the sick and advise people on matters related to the supernatural. However, he was cautious about sharing details about the netherworld, as he believed it would attract the attention of malevolent spirits. Despite all the mysteries and wonders brought by Zan, his existence was an enigma to Li Hua and his family. They accepted his presence with gratitude and admiration, living in harmony with the supernatural realms, and cherishing every moment they spent with their extraordinary son.